This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. And if you're in town, pull up on us at 215 West Saratoga Street. And if you're not in town, go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Before I start, I just want to say this is a requested video, but with that being said, let's get right into the story. As a man, once we start to get older, for most, the things we used to do when we were younger change. You probably used to go out 3 to 4 times a week with the guys. Spend money like it was water on buying clothes, getting fresh. But I would say once you hit those 30s, your outlook on what's important becomes a little different. Especially if you are a family man with a wife and kids. When you are a provider, father, husband, it can definitely be a challenge. And to keep it real, it can be exhausting as well. But as a man, we know what we sign up for. We put a smile on our face and wake up daily with one goal: to make sure our families are straight. Food on the table, roof over our heads, clothes on our backs. But in the mix of all that, everyone still needs time for themselves. Some make their home their place of peace and sanctuary. You might create yourself a nice little man cave to hang out at after a long day, to just relax, clear your mind, and have some me time. Others might rely on friends or family that's a little bit younger to come pull them out the house. Like, "Unc, you need a break. You going with us tonight." But for most men, when you are so busy on the grind, you look up and realize, I haven't did nothing for months. So a birthday or something like that comes around and you decide to do something you want to do and take a night out for yourself. But we never think it will be our last. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing the case of a man who went out to celebrate his birthday with friends at a Baltimore casino, but never made it back home. Back in 2017, 36-year-old Charles Allen had created a great life for himself in Baltimore. Originally from Virginia, but Maryland was home. Charles, who was called Ryan by family and friends, graduated from Harbor City High School. After that, trying to find his way in life, he went through a few jobs. But Charles ended up landing a good career at the MTA, where he was a bus driver and also a dispatcher. He loved working for the company and interacting with the people in the city. In his personal life, he found love early on and would eventually get married, and the couple had 3 beautiful kids. By 2017, Charles was all the way into his career, having been with the company for 15 years, and a full-time father and husband as well. He often wouldn't take a break from work. Even in his downtime, he found other hustles, like running a snowball stand and a hot dog stand as well. Charles' main focus was providing a stable life for his family. They had a nice home in Owens Mills, Baltimore County. And that year, around about his birthday, he decided he would take some much-deserved me time and go out to celebrate with a few friends. A fun night out on the town at the Horseshoe Casino. On Saturday, August 5th, 2017, Charles kissed his wife, told his kids he would see them later, and headed out. As the night went on, his wife immediately became concerned when Charles didn't call, check in, or shoot her a text asking was the kids okay, which was completely out of his character. When he didn't come home that night, her concern grew even more. She went to file a missing persons report, and BPD went to speak to casino workers and also a few friends of Charles who was out with him that night. Everyone confirmed he was in fact at the casino and left fully aware and in no harm's way. As days went on, it still wasn't any updates on the man and his whereabouts. About 1 week later, in the 4900 block of Lanier Avenue behind Sinai Hospital, a homeowner noticed a suspicious car that was just sitting on the block and had been parked for days. They grew concerned as they realized it hasn't moved. They called police to come check it out. As BPD responded to the location, they quickly realized it was a person in the vehicle, unresponsive. When they opened the door and checked the person's vitals, they realized the person was deceased. With a search of the car and information they found, it quickly helped them identify the man, unfortunately, as Charles Allen, the missing man. Police realized it wasn't no sign of foul play. Charles wasn't injured, and it didn't seem like a robbery. As the heartbreaking news was delivered to his wife and family, she spoke to the news and stated something just wasn't right. She stated Charles wasn't the type to just stray off, and he would come straight home as the area he was found in was unfamiliar to the man. She suspected foul play. As the news came out, with Baltimore being a city high in addiction, accidental overdoses, people instantly felt that was the case. But according to friends and family, Charles didn't indulge. Some felt, being that it was his birthday, maybe somebody he was with gave him a pill or something to just relax. And then once they saw it took an effect on the man and he was out, they drove him close to the hospital, hoping he would wake up or somebody would find him. But that mystery continued, and that was all speculation. Doing all my research, I couldn't find if Charles passed away from health problems, natural causes, or something else. I do know no one has ever been arrested, but I couldn't find his cause of death. Hopefully, his wife and family found answers and got closure. But rest in peace to Charles. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, definitely his wife and kids. When somebody first brought this story to my attention, which was months ago, at first I wasn't going to cover it because I didn't understand what could have happened. It seems like one of them situations with more questions than answers. So I will leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the situation in the comments. And what do you think happened to Charles? Yeah, man, this is a super crazy story. I really don't understand what took place. Like I said, nobody has ever been arrested. Hopefully his wife know and the family know, and maybe they just ain't want to put it out there. But y'all leave it in the comments. Definitely tap that like button if you're feeling the content. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.